Welcome back to another video. So we are now going into a new training block. That last training cycle is complete. I'm basically going to just repeat the whole thing. It worked incredibly well last time. So I'm just going to repeat that. I am currently absolutely freezing. I think it's like 2 degrees outside. It is Wednesday evening and I'm now on my way to my parents to train. Obviously, as usual, I am leaving far later than planned, which means it'll be a late one probably, but because it's quite a light week, I should be able to get done pretty quickly. And I'm actually bringing back some volume on deadlifts tonight, so I'm very excited for that. I can't remember exactly what I wrote down. I think it was literally like a 3x3 or a 3x5 or something. So nothing crazy, and obviously it's going to be super light. But I'm very excited to get in and crack on with this new training block and see where we can end up, I guess. So now I'm going to head there and get that session underway.
If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. It's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. Talking big, big. I knew that one day that I could make it big, big. I'm talking how to stay smoking without a sensei. Now we get up and do it like we got a big rig. It's getting serious. I know you're curious. Took some losses through the process, had me furious. But I got eyes on the vision, can't get delirious. Fall in love with the game and then you marry it. I think I married it. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, it's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. If it's love, I gotta tat it. Father, I'm not absent. I was working smarter back when they was working backwards. Do it for the gram, you only do it for a caption. Dropping back to back, but really I've been relaxing. I might go for months, I could go for years. If I take a...
Okay, so just finished squats. They went really well. It's week one, obviously everything's really light. But things felt really, really good. My body feels in a really good spot. Like everything feels really, really healthy. Yeah, there's really not a lot to say. The 137 was super comfortable. I probably could have just kept going. I'm excited to push sevens, so I will admit my goal for the end of the block is 150 for a set of 7 on this secondary day, which I see no reason why I can't hit, so that's really going to be like quite exciting. I think my best ever set at 150 is 6 from the last cycle, I think. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say on squats. Back offs were super easy. I had about 30 seconds between each set because it was so light and comfortable. I just want to get them done. So now I'm going to crack on with bench.
Got the ice in my palm. My girl, she know she the one. I put the ice on her hand. I put some ice on her arm. See me shining in the light. Know you found me in the dark. Talking how you wanna leave. Girl, you made this far. Taking trips overseas. No, I won't be long. We came up from the weeds. Now it's top floor. All these big gets on her wrist. VVS is on her neck. Make it spin and don't stress. When I make it stretch. Double back to back then. Down broke, now we rich. Spend it on her, let her spin. Down with me to the end. That my best friend. That my best friend. That my best friend. I'ma spend it on her, cause she all mine. That's me. Spend it on a challenge, cause she all mine. There for my first cake, then we hit 100K. $500,000 on the way, then $1 million on the way. Eating good full plates, eating good, say grace. Eat her up, get thanks. She got cake birthday. I can't waste no way, I can't waste no play. My girl, whoa, whoa, something like the baddest chick. My girl, whoa, whoa, came up from the rags to rich. Hit the road running, I had to tell her I had to get it. She understood, but she spoiled, so when she get mad, she dip.
Okay, so bench is done. It all moved pretty well. So I think I did mention this in a previous video, but on this secondary bench day, on my 3 count single, I am going to trial more of a sinking style of bench. In today's top single, you can tell I haven't done it properly before because I kind of went down with the intention of doing a soft touch like normal, and then was like, oh God, I'm meant to be sinking it, and then sunk it. So it was like soft touch, sink, press. I rushed the single as well. It wasn't a 3 count, but it wasn't far off, like it was fine. And it moved really comfortably. And the sinking, did feel really good. So on my back offs, I wasn't too sure what to do because I had 4 sets of 7, so it's quite high reps again now. So I alternated sets. So my first set I did a sinking set, second set I did soft touch, third set sinking, fourth set soft touch. I found it a lot of work on my triceps doing the sinking on the rep work. So I think what I've decided to do is for the following weeks, I will just do sinking on my top single and then soft touch on back offs. But I also need to be more strict with actually pausing my back offs because that is something I've really neglected on my rep work recently. I've been slacking on that quite a bit, so I'm going to be more strict with that this time as well. So yeah, bench was fine. It was light, it was easy. Now we're going to deadlift. I've actually got some volume, just 3 sets of 3, I think at 145. I need to check. So we're going to warm up and get those done.
All these big gets on her wrist, VVS is on her neck. Make it spin and don't stress. When I make it stretch. Double back to back end. Down broke, now we rich. Spend it on her, let her spin. Down with me to the end. That my best friend. That my best friend. That my best friend. I'ma spend it on her cause she all mine.
Okay, so just home from training and it was a really good session actually. Like I'm really happy with how everything went. Obviously it is week 1 of the blocks, everything's really light, but it was really nice to actually do conventional deadlifts for once. Just 3 sets of 3, 145, super sub max, and it just gave me a chance to kind of really be nitpicky with my form as well. And I feel like I've kind of got everything down and I'm excited to build over the next few weeks. My back feels absolutely fine. There was definitely like a lot of blood flow to the area. Like I had a proper like intense pump in my erectors and stuff, but that does happen to me sometimes anyway. It's not something I'm really worried about. Just hoping it doesn't happen every time because it's a really horrible feeling. But yeah, I'm really happy. Everything moved really well. I'm now going to go in and eat. And yeah, that's all I've really got to say in today's session. Super good start to the block. Really happy. Everything moved well. My body feels good. And yeah, my mindset's in the right place. And I'm excited to push over these next few blocks and just keep hitting PBs, really. Okay, so it is Saturday. I am already at my parents' house to train. It is 1 o'clock, so I'm now about to crack on and kind of get warmed up and get everything started. Plan for today is SBD as always. The plan for squats I'll go through first is a top set of 5 at 140, which for week 1 of the block, to start with a top set of 5 at 140, that's really cool. It should move really, really comfortably. So I'm really happy with that. Like it was literally just a couple of blocks ago that I was definitely saying in one of these videos that rep work above like the 140, 150 range really scares me. And now I'm starting a block with a set of 5 at 140. So that is really cool. I'm really happy with that. And then I've got a top single, I think at 155. It's fairly light. Just 15 kilos above my top set. And then I've got 3x5 back offs. I'm not sure what weight yet. I need to check the program for that. So now I'm going to crack on and warm up and get ready to get them done. So let's see how they go.
Really been going back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like the neighborhood warriors. I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I steak with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop. I just wake up, I don't say nothing. I'm on go, I don't stay long. I've been up now, that's a case wine. I've been down too, like this day strong. I got summer toys for the summer boy. I keep drummer boys in the summer boy. I keep making noise, I've been paranoid. This is God body, you can never void. I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I steak with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop. These beats
bust up and beat them. These bags, you can't believe them. I never saw the country, but the money comes from Sweden. I meet them, then I leave them. I wake up, fight my demons. I never grew my circle, I can't trust you with my freedom. Give me lockdown, keep you locked out. Only when it's here, you look pop now. I get drops now, on the top now. In the wintertime, still go top down. I get free, I don't go bustin'.
Okay, so squats are done. Obviously it's week 1, so everything is super light. I've said it the whole video, like, it's not supposed to be difficult at this point. This week is all about recovery, keeping the weights light, and just then building momentum through the rest of the block. But everything moved so much more comfy than I thought it would anyway. Like, the 140 top set of 5, it just felt so easy. Like, again, it's obviously supposed to, but it just felt even easier than I expected, especially after how heavy squats were last week as well. Like, my back offs last week were so much harder than they've probably been since before comp. Like, the fatigue this week is definitely high, but it just doesn't seem to register. Like, my body feels great. I feel really strong. And this block, I am aiming for a rep PB on squats at the end of the block. Like, that's the plan for week 5. But I won't be hitting a single PB. And generally, like, everything this block is a little bit more conservative with squats. And then it's going to be a case of building it block to block. So then the third block is when it's going to be, like, super heavy. But yeah, no, like, I'm really happy. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but yeah, they move really, really well. Just gonna set up for bench. Again, it's super light. I've got a top single at 105 and then sets of 5 at 95, which is also crazy to me that I'm starting a block with sets of 5 at 95. Like, my strength is higher than I thought it was gonna be at this point, and I'm progressing quicker than I thought I would at this point. Like, I've been in this sport since 2018, I think, was my first comp. And like, I started at a decent level. Like, I qualified for nationals in my first ever comp without even knowing what I was doing. So, like, I've always been relatively strong, but obviously when you've been in the sport for a long time, you kind of expect progress to just kind of stagnate and it to be quite hard to find those extra kilos, which, don't get me wrong, it definitely has been for a while. But it's almost like since that last comp was done, there's just like been a fire lit, and I'm just, yeah, my progress has been crazy. And I don't see any sign of it slowing down either. Like, my body feels amazing. Like, I feel like I've got so much room to grow still, so I'm very excited. And as I've also said, every video near enough, like, there's 12 months until nationals. So I've got ages. And I'm, yeah, just gonna do everything I can to keep progressing until that point. Yeah, now's definitely not the time to talk about comp plans for next year because I have to bench and crack on with my session. But I'll talk about that probably in the next video or two. It's just waiting for dates to be released and stuff, but I've got a bit of an idea of what I would like to do. So yeah, gonna go from there, but now gonna crack on and get bench done. So top single and then back off 5s should be relatively quick because nothing's really heavy. So gonna get those done, and then we've got sumo to play around with again.
Coming in, yeah, flex, I just wanna win, yeah, LABB who we running with, yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again, yeah, state your name, big been dope on flame, I just switched the lanes, damn he did it again, I just flipped the pain, stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab.
Okay, so bench went incredibly well. Like, I am over the moon with how bench went. The top single, I jumped straight from 70 to 105, which I do not recommend to anyone that has a max of whereabouts mine is. But I was being lazy, in all honesty. I do not recommend it to pretty much anyone unless your max is like 200-ish. Then maybe go plate, but you should not be jumping from 70 to 105 if your max is 115. Probably not the smartest. But it moved really well regardless, like, it felt great. And then I did 4x5 at 95 and it moved really, really well. I think, so on Wednesday session, I was speaking about whether or not to sink or soft touch on bench. I think I just want to sink a little bit further into my chest without a full-on sink, because on my final set of back-offs, I did let the bar sink into my chest slightly more than normal. And it felt like a little bit less kind of energy and effort used. So I might try and do that on my top singles and replicate it. It's just one of those things where, like, I get nervous, not necessarily on my top singles. Like, I wasn't nervous for 105 today. But I know that obviously when you're near a top end, it's not going to be as forgiving if you do something wrong. So it's hard for me to implement new things. But I think it feels good. I'm going to keep it on my rep work and I will try it on my singles. On a Wednesday, I'm still probably going to keep with a fully sunk single. Sunk single? That makes sense. You know what I mean. and see how that goes. But yeah, so really happy with bench. Everything felt incredibly easy. I'm now just taking a very quick break before I deadlift because someone is coming to pick up some Christmas decorations that my mum's selling and no one else is home. And they should be here literally in the next couple of minutes. So I thought I'd wait and just come indoors for a few minutes and warm up a little bit before I go out and deadlift, so I don't have to stop halfway through. And yeah, I've got 4x5 on deadlifts at 130, so that should be absolutely fine, really comfortable. I'm gonna kind of play around with stance still, like I still haven't settled on exactly what I want, but I know last week's session at the gym I went to felt really good, like that's the best my sumo has felt, so I'm just gonna kind of try and implement those cues on every rep and see how it goes, but I'm just gonna take my time and make sure I get it right. Yeah, so next clip will just be deadlifts.
Until they whip my coffin. Money clip I tossed it. I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB who we running with. Yeah, 2233. I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Jackson's. Off the rapping, keep it on my body, bitch, I'm broke if you asking. Don't gotta sell a Mosialis flawless, broken whips as long as it is foreign. Heard you want it cause the yam's enormous. What's in since she isn't gorgeous? Live my life, last name of Morgan Freeman, trying to touch a...
Okay, so just gonna wrap up that session and also this video here. Deadlifts felt amazing, so that's the best sumo has definitely felt. I didn't film the last 2 sets, I think I only filmed the first set. But by the 4th set, I managed to get through all of my reps without having to fully reset or anything. And that felt like a huge win. My positioning is feeling a lot more natural, a lot more comfortable, and I think I've figured out the best setup for me. So I'm very excited to keep pushing sumo. It felt super submax, super easy. So I'm just really excited about sumo. Overall, the session was great. I can't really ask for more. Everything moved really comfortably. But yeah, so gonna just wrap up this video here. I hope you have enjoyed. At some point in the next couple of videos, I will probably talk about my comp plans for next year because I think I've made a decision on roughly what I'm gonna do, although a lot of dates haven't been released yet, so I don't know for definite timings and things. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video though, please give it a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next week for the next one.
Do not know when knocking on the door is came in, I came in, did it like the Porsches coming in.